It's time for this week's BLEACH chapter. Chapter 651. The Theater Suicide Scene 5. Let's see what it's all about. So, we're in a flashback, I guess. Wake up, Shunsui-san. Shunsui when he was young. This is the girl he adores.
Maybe Nanao is Shunsui's sister's daughter.
We'll see about that back in reality. The stupid bird speaks again. So the stupid bird is searching for them. Wait, what the fuck is that? Is that his head? Look at his head. They're hiding in shadows. So he's trying to erase all shadows from the ground. Wait, someone jumps from his head. Kyokotsu. It's Nanao. So we go back in time. What is this, she asks. I always knew that Captain Kyokotsu could split up in Captain and Kyokotsu, but so her mom did this. Nanao's mom didn't want to belong to that House of Ice. No, so she was his older brother's wife. So his brother died. When the man of the house dies, it is common in noble families for his wife to sever ties with the husband's family and return to the original house. And thus, she returned to the House of Ice. I don't know how to say it, I just go with ice. You can correct me in the comments if you want. Nanao's mom couldn't escape. She gave Nanao's sword to Shunsui, that we already know. She hoped the lunatic who loved hide and seek could find a place to conceal its whereabouts. Okay, Nanao jumps out of his face, I think. You actually managed to come out of a shadow as small as this. So it was a shadow on his face. So Nanao decides to embrace every bit of that curse. So Shunsui gives her the sword. The bird says, do you really think one single aide alone can stand up to me? And I guess Nanao swings her sword.
Okay, so now we get to know how the House of Ice works. It says the House of Ice is a lineage of Shinto priests, carrying out and governing rituals and rites, who individually do not possess zanpakutos. The head of the house inherited and passed on this one single zanpakuto. This sword, which was used for rituals and rites, has no blade, and as such is a sword that cannot strike a person down.
What? Rather, it was made to face off against gods. Well, to take the power of a god into its own body and disperse it off into the 8 directions. It goes by the name of Shinken Hakyoken. So, okay, alright, now I understand. She didn't take Shunsui's other sword. She has her own, and Shunsui was the one who held it. Now I understand. So now we get to see that sword, which she's never used. I wonder how she will understand how it functions. Well, whatever. So that was the chapter. Not so much to talk about really. We just got to understand who Nanao's mom was and what that sword was. Nothing more really. It seems rather convenient with that sword. It can't kill anybody, but this actual foe. So I don't know. It's not that cool actually. I would have preferred for Shunsui to really go all out and defeat Lil on his own. But I guess that won't be the case. I'm quite disappointed in Shunsui, really. Being one of my favorite characters in the whole series. I had hoped he'd do much more than this. So does this mean that Nanao will defeat Lil? So what will Shunsui do? He's actually not done anything. The only thing he's done in this series is to defeat Stark. Well, I would hope a Captain Commander would be the strongest of them all. But it seems that's not the case. If even a Vice Captain can surpass him. For me, this seems a bit lazy, coming up with that sword. Just for a foe like Lil. Well, I would prefer something more tactical. But we already saw that with Mairi, so I guess Kobo wanted to make something different this time. It wasn't really for me, but maybe someone else likes it. Write in the comments what you think about this fight. I really don't know. I'm not too convinced, but we'll see. Maybe Lil will defeat Nanao and someone else has to step up. Hopefully that will be Aizen, but even then I would hope Aizen would return for a more epic moment. I'm getting tired of this little guy. He looks ridiculous and actually I can't stand him. So what do I expect for the next week chapter? I don't know. A continuation of this fight probably. We'll see about that. It's not like I'm super excited for that. Hopefully this fight will be over soon, so we can move on with the story, and hopefully Aizen will return soon. He's probably the only one who can save all of this. I mean, the series, of course. Well, how would I rate this chapter? I'd probably give it a 5 out of 10. It's not my cup of tea, so to say. So let's pray that Kubo doesn't troll us too hard. That's really all I had to say. I guess I see you next time. Bye.